Hey, Higgs Streams, how are you? Thank you. I didn't realize I was muted, so sorry about that. Nothing like talking. Wonder how long I've been muted. So that'll be interesting. Such a noob moob. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching the stream. If you have any tips on eveonline, as I was saying, my character's 21 years old, but I haven't played in several years, so it's been a while. So actually, I am going to land here and see what her thing is.
Warp drive active.
But thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and thank you for letting me know I was muted. I don't see you even in the list, so they must have just jumped on there and told me I was muted and then jumped off. So sorry about that. So yeah, it helps if I actually pay attention to the people that are watching. So but yeah, so sorry about that. New move. So alright, so let's see what we got in here. So yes, we're gonna leave these here. These expanded cargo holds I'm gonna take. So this is where I used to do my research and invention here. But I'm actually gonna go and do it at the other place now. So ooh, that's not what I want. I wanted to talk to her so that I could see what mission she's got. So let's see what she says. So I noticed this morning I was completely out of titanium, blah, 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 blah. 2,700, not a problem. I actually keep titanium here for just such a reason. So they gave me 67 research points. And actually it looks like I'm probably getting that per day. So that's actually gone up quite a bit. So that's pretty nice. So that's going to get her back on track. Anytime you're away for a long time, they do produce the research points at your lower omega or alpha levels, alpha skill levels, but they do produce them for however long you're gone, so that's kind of nice. So I have a ton of skill points out there. I could actually buy a lot of data cores from her. Data cores are what's used for the invention. So, and that's one of the things we're going to look into here is to see if we can figure out what we need for invention. But bring it up? Where to bring it up? Yeah, it didn't bring it up. So they may come back. If they come back, Hig screams, if you come back, just let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know I was muted. And sorry I was muted. Sorry I didn't notice the comment. And that was kind of a noob move. So sorry about that.
Warp drive active.
Standings increased. Yeah. So now it's producing 61 per day, which is kind of nice. Considerably more than it was producing as a 12, but being away, 12 was still pretty nice. So yeah, Sisters expanded.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, 37 million.
Docking request accepted.
Alright. So we're going to dock here. This is the place that we're currently using for our research industry base. So if we look here in our ship hangar, we've got 2 Imicus that we just built. I got an Imicus one here. Here is... So I do have those there. Right, do I have these here? Current station, yes. So we want to move these here. Actually, I'm going to move everything here. And I'm going to take everything out of this giant container. Select all. There's a way to select all, but for the life of me, stack all. Is there a select all? Select all. There we go. I'm going to move it to the item hanger. So I do have a lot of these giant containers around. They were something in the old days we used to use for different things. I'm going to throw this up here. So this builds these guys. I don't want to build these guys. I want to invent. So what you do is with these, you would invent. So 3 hours. Now I need a decryptor, and I need nanite engineering and molecular engineering data course. So if we go back here to my research guy, yeah, it does this. So I think this is a bug, because now it's listed her in here multiple times over and over and over and over. So she was electromagnetics, but I don't see data engineering, nanite engineering, mechanical. No, I don't see nanite engineering, so why not? Because I know I was doing it. Molecular engineering is this guy, which is a long way away, but he's got a lot of points, so. But I'm really curious why I don't have nanite engineering. So let's go over here and let's search. And let's say nanite. So here, I've got 4 data cores that are nanite engineering. So this guy is obviously 51 jumps. You gotta be kidding me. Don't want to do that. But this guy is obviously where my nanite engineering guy is. So, and if we look at this one, that's MR Starship. Here's our molecular engineering guy. I bet you that one's way far over there too. So we do not have an original any longer. And I think you need a copy of these for each one of these. So each one of these is 299 runs. So I need to buy an original so that I can actually get that taken care of and continue to go with these. Now, the problem with that is the invention is not guaranteed. So you never know if you're going to get one or not. So with that said, you can try, but no guarantees. So it looks like what I did is I switched over to something else. I don't know why. Electromagnetic physics is actually better. Yeah, it shows here. I don't know why she's listed in there multiple times. It does that. So I don't know if it gave me extra for her, but I don't know what's going on there. But I do need to figure out nanite engineering. So I need to find a closer one than this for nanite engineering to see if there is. And then, of course, I'll have to build up with them in order to get. So that's the other problem. So this Vism factory, if I can find another nanite engineer, then I could start building those and I could try to do these again. Now, the problem is I don't know if these are actually worth it any longer. This is how I used to make my money way back when. So the other thing I can do is I can see here and say view market details and see what they cost. So nobody's selling them. So at least not in this region. So price history in this region, 337,000 each. Okay. And we need 2 for each. So it's really probably just easier to buy them. The problem is nobody's selling them. So I don't know if research is actually something that they do anymore. So that's one that's always kind of interesting. So current station. I want to put this Imicus blueprint in here, and I'm not going to build it. I want to copy it. So if I do 299 runs, I don't know. Yeah, no, I got to figure out because these are ship runs. I think it's only ever going to give me one ship run anyway. Runs per copy. There's your runs per copy. So, but yes, yeah, so I could do 10. So it's going to take a day just to make one copy. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. I've got 2 already built. So let's go ahead and start that. 1 day, 1 hour. So I'm going to start that. Because then with that copy, I can then see what it needs to be able to do the research. So this Imicus would then, if I research it and I'm successful, I would get a Huron. Huron? I think it's a Huron, which is the tier 2 ship. And I do Imicus or ships. When I do Imicus, right? And I do info. Mastery. I've got all the masteries for the Imicus because it's a super low one. Variations. Here's our Helios is the one. Right now, Helios is selling for 32 million. Just base price. Not bad. The only way to get a Helios blueprint is through invention. So I would like a Helios. I do not have a Helios, or at least I don't believe I have a Helios. That's something we should be able to check. No, I do not. I had a Helios. I had a whole bunch of stuff way back when. That's an old one. I have a jump clone down there. So Arenta. Let's see. Already checked those. What's going on here? Why are they all cutting off? Somehow the name has gotten smaller. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. So I got 2 shuttles there. We've got a bunch of ships here. I'm going to get out of there. The cow's got a bunch of ships. Yeah, so we got a Tengu. There's my Orko, Ostero, and Omen, Manicore. Capital Ship Assembly Array. New market details. There are no market data for this. Nobody's selling one, so I have no idea what they cost. But it said, I think it told me on the thing that it was worth so much. And actually, I think if I do this here, it'll tell me about it. But anyway, so yeah, so we got this going. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. So the Helios is what we're kind of looking for there. So it gives a lot of scanning, 20% reduction on cloaking, which is nice. 10% bonus on core and combat scanner probes. 10% reduction on survey probes. Kind of nice. Relic and data analyzers, covert ops cloaking. So yeah, cloak delay is 5 seconds. So we would definitely like to get a Helios. So without having to buy it. Though, I wonder. No, probably nobody's selling it. So this is our electromagnetic physics. Okay, so with that said, those ones are there. Nanite engineering, we don't have any of those. So if I do this, so that was already running, right? Let's go to blueprints. Okay, so that's already running. So I want to install a new blueprint. Alright. Alright, we want to research this one. So molecular engineering. So let's see. We do have a molecular engineering guy that is currently working. Let's see if I have molecular engineering. Yep, so that's where he is. 48 jumps. Really disrupting. And I leave the data, I leave one data core at those places. So they're going right now for 89,000 each. So if I look back at the nanite one, they're going for 354. My goodness, 1,000 each. So yeah, so that would have been pretty good. So I wonder how many jobs I can have. Yeah, so this is still messing up her. So I wonder how many research jobs I can have. So the heavy assault missile's about to finish, so that's good. I do want to find out what accelerant, parity, augmented. So this gives a max run modifier, material efficiency modifier. I can't remember which probability modifier. -10. I don't want that. Probability modifier plus 20. Max run modifier plus 1. Material plus 2. So this one is probably going to be the most expensive since it gives the most. New market details. 474,000. Only 3 of them. They are there. Oh, excuse me. There are 200 of them, but they are there. And I guess that's a good question. Accelerant decryptor. Let's see. It is here. Accelerant decryptor. So they're not something that we can build. 474,000. Attainment, 9. Augment decryptor, 990,000. Same place, priority decryptor. So if we go back here to this, and we say here, tells you all the decryptors you can use. So the symmetry decryptor is going to not give any probability, but it will increase the time efficiency by 8, material efficiency by 1, and max run by 2, which is kind of nice. I think true and tested research process decryptor. Material efficiency doesn't affect max run, but does these. And I want to say that with the ships, and I probably need to do some more research on this invention, but with the ships, you would never get more than 1 anyway. So because some of these would be good. Probability modifier. Oof. Time efficiency is -2. Max run modifier. So this one is probably going to be expensive. Parity. That's 1 million each. Now we only need 1 per job, and you might lose it. So, but still, 1 million each. That could get expensive really quick. So somebody's trying to save those, so. But yeah, so they could get expensive, so. Gotta see you guys here, so appreciate all my lurkers. So hopefully you guys are not lurking to figure out where I'm at, because I'm just sitting here not really doing much. But but hopefully you're figuring lurking for other things. So that's the parity. Optimize is actually gives you less chance to be successful. This one actually gives the most chance to be successful. Lowers the time efficiency. Well, who cares? Material efficiency by 1, max run by 2. How much is this one? No, none available. So we probably need to go and look in. Minus 40. Oof, I don't want that. Plus 80. Ability. Material efficiency minus 1. That's okay. Time. Man, that's pretty nice. What is that one? I don't want show info. Entertainment. Alright. Market. Not available. 4 million each. So, yeah, so Helios is like a frigate, so it's a covert ops frigate. But still, it's probably not going to use a whole lot of materials. But the only way to get him is to do this. And this attainment one, it'd be really nice to find. It'd be really nice to find. Accelerant. So attainment accelerant. That one's 20. This one's 80. That one's 90. Max run is 2. Max run is 4. See, if the ships actually take into account the max run stuff, then that would be worth it. But I don't think they do. And so that's what I'll have to research. But I'll look into that. I really don't know why I stopped the nanite engineering, because the nanite engineering was one that I was doing really well with. So, but yes, so that's where we're kind of looking at with that. So, but yes, I don't have either one of these blueprints, and I don't have these, and I'm not even sure if this is profitable any longer. So, if I can, with this, they might all be successful. So that would kind of be nice, but I don't know what these expanded cargo holds level 2 are actually selling for. So let's see. What, actually, no, I don't want to see that. I have some. So let's go to item hanger. And let's see.
Skill
Training's
training
complete.
completed.
So here's these. Let's say view market details. They are selling for 385,000. So not worth it at all. I mean, the one thing's going to cost us 100 to begin with. So yeah. Now I don't remember what kind of runs we got off of that, but still, 300,000 each. I could probably shop around and find a region where I could sell them a little higher, but even then, I don't think it's going to be worth it. Mineral wise, they don't cost a whole lot of minerals, but you got to do the research. But 300,000 each. I got to spend a million. I got to spend 4 million on a decryptor. That means I got to sell a bunch of them. So in order to just cover that and not worry about the cost of the job, I would have to have something with runs somewhere 3 per million, so 12, something along those lines. So, and maybe these 299s would actually give, higher. I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember. So, but I remember there's a website that kind of talks about it all. So that's one that I'll look into. But I do have all these other ones. So yeah, you can only do these invention jobs on copies. So unfortunately, without having a copy, I can't even check into it. So, but this one we don't have, so we're going to go ahead and close that. So, but anyway, so I have my ship here. And one of the things we want to do is I want to do some scanning. So I need to find a scanner. So I have some probes here, I believe. Yep, I have some scanner probes here. So we're gonna actually go to our ship hangar. We're gonna build one of these Imicus. And I'm gonna rename this to FF Investigator. All right. And I'm going to make him active because these ones are a lot cheaper than this one. So this one's worth 151 million ISK, roughly. This one's worth, says 687,000 ISK, which I think when I replaced them, they were costing me more than that. I'll have to look into the minerals just to see if it's doing me any good to work those out or not. But let's see. I don't think I have any guns, but I do have hammerheads. So let's go ahead and put these in the drone bay. So 4 will fit. All right. There's our minerals. There's our refuge. Okay, we do have these. We could put the expanded ones in there, but I don't think it's worth it at this point. But I am going to put these probes in there because I want to do some scanning. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and undock, and we're going to find a scan probe or a scan launcher. So we're going to find a launcher. See what we can do with that. See what we can do with that. And I'm just going to buy a regular level 1 launcher because I don't want to lose it. And Hogamo's got one for 16, so we're going to go buy this. And I buy 36% under. That's awesome. And then we're going to jump to Hogamo. Alright. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and scan ourselves to find Kino. So one of the things I'm going to look for is I want to see. Yeah, so there's a bunch of kills at the gates. So I don't want to, there's a bunch of gate camps going on in trig space. So I do not want to be traveling through there at the moment. So what we're going to do is, there it goes. Sometimes it jumps, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. So, but I'm going to go ahead here and dock.
Drive active.
22 Minimar shuttles. Why would I have 22 shuttles? That's just crazy. Probably just gathered them up. But anyway. So yes, so we're trying to get back into eveonline. Catch you guys back up again. 7 days. We're going to let that run. Trying to get back into eveonline, which is quite the undertaking. One of the things I'm gonna do here is I'm looking at this to see. So for Kino,
Docking request accepted.
Kino only has a few systems that you got to scan. So actually, it's got quite a few systems that you got to scan. The last one was in Latora. And prior to that, it was in Umessa. So let's see here. Latora, Latora. So I'm going to check in there. So Arenta is actually where, that's where Kawanoka was. So item hanger, I'm going to install this. It's another thing you can't do in trig space is actually install anything on your ship, which is quite ridiculous. So, which is very frustrating. Here's our probe launcher. Now, this won't give us a whole lot. This gives us no bonus to probe, to launching, or excuse me, to scanning. But Kino actually has a ton of systems that it can have one in. So I'm gonna check here, and man, that's crazy. So Latour, I think, is where it was yesterday. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and find where the Kino one is located. So it was in UMIS and all that. So let's check. So right now we are in Hogamo. So this is one of the systems that it could possibly be in. So I'm going to jump out here to one of these planets. This is high sec, nothing really to worry about. And I'm in an Amicus, so who cares, right? I mean, granted, it's if I wanted to buy one, I think it would cost me look at my ship. Well, that's not what I wanted. No. So yeah, not helping. I'll look at Venolin. It's actually sorting names that way. So that's changing them inside, doesn't change them on the outside. So at least we know that. There's Emmy. If I go ahead and say view market details, this will tell you 650 is the cheapest I can get it for. So it's only insured for 98. So it's a loss anyway around. And insurance is always, that's the way it works anyway. So, but I am going to bring up my scanner. And it shows we've only got one cosmic signature here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch these guys. And I'm going to zoom in on this one. And try not to make it freak out. Actually, that worked out pretty good, which is kind of surprising. Alright. So that looks like that'll cover it. But I don't think it's a wormhole. Wormholes usually start at 8. So, but I want to find my way into Kino. Yeah, so it's a combat site. So I'm going to go ahead and scan it down just because. Where to go? There it is. And I don't know why it does that sometimes. But it actually gives me 2. And if anybody has any suggestions on how to make this work faster, I am all ears. So it has been a long while since I've been on here, so feel free to let me know if you got any ideas. I always seem to choose the wrong one. So it agrees to hideout, so we're going to go ahead and collect these guys. Now what will happen is, since I've already scanned these, if I come in here later, it should
Warp drive active.
It should show me the ones I already have, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to go to eveonline now, since that's one of the end ones. Skill training complete. If we get to, yeah, UMSIN. Sorry, I'm probably butchering these names. I don't think they were ever meant to be, but if I get to I'll just say the beginnings. I have a ship there, so the one that has the missile launchers on it, that one's for. So we've got actually 4 here. Once again, I'm gonna warp to one of these planets, and actually I have a whole bunch of planetary stuff as well.
Warp drive active.
That I haven't looked into. I have a bunch of planetary industry that probably needs to be renewed. I have to see where it is. There's eveonline, which is where we're at. They're the only 2 I got. I could have swore I had more. But yeah, those are, I have to look into, see, one of these days. Alright, so we're there. Oh, I didn't load them. I always forget to reload my probes, which is always frustrating. So, once again, thanks to my lurkers. Not sure if you are here for try and figure out something and gank me, then I apologize, because I'm probably not going to give you much. So, but you're always welcome to hang out. Enjoy having you. Any suggestions are always welcome. It's been a long time since I played this game, so some of it's coming back to me fairly quickly. Some of it has changed drastically, so that's always interesting. I am using a low-end scanning module, so that one's not going to help much. So with that said, once I get to where I'm not worried about being ganked every 10 minutes, I will probably upgrade to a sister's launcher and sister's probes, as they are a lot more efficient. Give a lot more, help me pin these things down earlier. But right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my resources out of the trig area. So I have a bunch of ships, a bunch of resources in the trig space. Our corporation used KAO, and that's a combat site, and Kino as their base of operations. So that was where we were housed. Unfortunately, one of our corp offices was there, so corp went inactive several years ago. Corp assets got impounded, and now they're in trig space. In order to get them back, I have to get my trig standing up to 4.0 to be able to rent an office and get my stuff back. Which, and any of you listening, if you know of another way I can get it, I'd appreciate that, because I really don't want to do that. But I was able to figure out that I do have a control tower in there, Caldari control tower, which is worth about 285 million, so that's probably worth getting back. But most of the other stuff isn't worth it. So, but That's where we're at. I have several ships that are in there, all Omega ships. So those are ones that we want to get out. Now that I upgraded my account to Omega, back to Omega today. So, and that's what we're looking at doing. That's where we're at. This one looks like an 8, so that might be a wormhole. Unfortunately, there's a lot of wormholes. And so what we're looking for is the C729. That's what will lead to, and that's another combat site. So actually, let's go ahead and scan that down since we got the best rating out of it. %on it. We'll go back to that other one after this combat site. But what I found is if you don't scan them all the way down, you end up not losing them when you leave the system. Where if you scan them all the way down, it will remember that you scanned them all the way down. So I've been scanning them all down just to make sure I get them all. So, alright, this one here, let's see what we got here. So, alright, and actually we're probably going to need to go back up here. So let's try that. But yeah, so we'll get these all scanned down, see if any of them are wormholes. If they are wormholes, we'll check them out. If they're not C729, then we will move on and check the next system. So this is kind of tedious work. But if we do find a C729 in one of these systems, it should lead to Kino, which is where my assets are. And then via that wormhole, we can get all our assets out. That's what I did with Kanakoa. Got all my assets out today. Took me a little while to track it down. The Kino one I had actually found before, but I actually found it fairly quickly. So it seemed like it was easier to find, but not always the case. So this should give us the wormhole. And then we're going to scan this last one down. Just so we do it, because it's really nice when you have them all scanned down. Because what will happen is if a new signature pops in, then that it'll be real easy to tell. So, because it'll be the only one, so then you just have to scan that one down. So that's another combat site. So, and for some reason it gave me 2. There's some kind of an echo. So we'll try this one. And if this one doesn't come back, we'll go ahead and do the other one. There hasn't been much that I haven't been able to scan down with these scan probes. Seem fairly sufficient for what I'm doing. I think when you get into the higher level stuff where you're trying to scan down some of there was a couple, I think, relic sites and data sites that I was not able to scan down. I couldn't get them down to 100%. Like I said, once again, that probably won't happen because now that I'm on Omega, I have my skill bonuses, so that's probably helping greatly. So, alright, so let's collect our probes, and let's fly to this wormhole, and see what it is. Highly unlikely that the first wormhole I find will be the one that I need, but you never know. So, we're going to check and see. So, appreciate all you guys watching, whoever's watching. So it looks like somebody destroyed all the stuff. And that is our C29 wormhole. I'll be darned. So I'm going to save submit. And then I'm going to go ahead and warp back.
Warp drive active.
Doesn't look like any of these guys are going to shoot me, but this way I can go all the way back. I should go and loot those. So somebody destroyed all the Big Band stuff, and they just recently did it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this one, warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Actually, locations, this is an old one, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Started saving them all in Corp, so that way my alts can see them. Alright, so yeah, so those guys, so somebody is actually doing something, so we're going to go ahead and jump through here just to see what's on the other side. It should be Kino. Could be something else. Somebody's still fighting. And it is Kino. So, pretty awesome. Can't believe that worked. So I'm going to say wormhole Kino exit. 512. Right, 512. Actually 513 now. So they they take off every 12 hours. So if I look at this one, show info, it says it's reaching the end of its natural time frame. So that means it's not going to be around much longer. So I am going to go ahead and let this one expire. But now that I'm inside, I can scan it down very quickly. So we're gonna go here. Actually, we're gonna go here. And we're going to see what's here. So yeah, there's 3 to scan down. So I'm going to go ahead and scan these down. And actually, if I look, since I just saved bookmark, it's not showing me my saved bookmarks yet. It just says wormhole. And it was just saved at 1508, 513, 1508. That can't be right. Oh, that's when it'll expire. So yeah, I have them set to 3 days. So that means that was a while ago. So I'm going to do cancel. And I'm going to get rid of that one. That's the one for Emissarian, so I get rid of that one. That's the one for something else. Get rid of that one. So we know where the exit is right now, which is probably this one. Yep. Actually, that says wormhole exit. So that's not it either. That shows that it's going to expire at 1510. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get rid of that one too. Wormhole Kino exit. That's the new one. So that's going to be the one there. So let's get rid of this one. All right. So now we're at this planet. Make sure there's nobody else around this planet with me. So, and anybody watching can actually see probably which planet I'm at. So that could be bad. Need to reload my launcher. So yeah, I probably need to keep be careful with some of this stuff. One of the reasons for getting the Helios is because then I'll be able to cloak while I'm doing this. So I'm not going to scan that one down because it's not worth it. But I am going to scan these two down. I know which one that one is. Go out here to 8, say analyze. That'll get rid of all my probes. Hopefully take them off the view for anybody else. Alright, so 7.4. Yeah, so it's actually going a lot faster because of my skills. So that's kind of nice. All right. 24.9. So just below where I would find out what it is. Alright, another wormhole. So one of the things that's kind of interesting is Kanakoa could come in to Kino. So that is possible. Alright, 91. We should have this solidified here in just a second. Alright. So the wormholes, I noticed they start out bigger, start out about 8, but I usually have them scanned down at 0.5. So there's the red X. There it is. Alright, 12. Big difference. So it looks like the observatory, I think the orange means it just changed, so there's another wormhole. So that's interesting. So far 2 wormholes, plus we know this one's already a wormhole, so alrighty. We might get this one with 1 AU. So yeah, it actually, the scanning is going a lot better. So my skills are actually making a difference. There it is over there. All right. Oh, wait. That's not the one I want. That's the one we already marked. We want this one over here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Alright, so if we select this one, it shows us that it's not that big. Alright, bigger than what we got, so let's go to 8. Maybe that's another wormhole too. I'm not going to scan that one down since we know which one that is. And it may be disappearing in a second. Oh. Didn't find it. Yeah, 1.5, that's pretty bad. These ones that are on the outside are always hard. So, lots of people in. So, not sure what's going on. If you guys are... Yeah, this is... Can never remember which way to go. So yeah, these ones that are on the outside are always hard because they are going around, throws it off. But yeah, this one's not scanning down very quickly, so I may not be able to scan this one down. .8, that's better. Alright, I think we're good. See if we can pin this one down. And we're already at 4. There's 12, so that's getting us better. And it looks like we're still on top of it, so let's shrink her down. See what we get here. So I just need to be on top of it, or it'll actually give me any progress. Yeah, so let's shrink her down again. 24. This one should at least tell us what it is. Yep, data site. Alright. Still on top of it. 46. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. This is one of those, so it's funny, I just said that I didn't have any I couldn't scan down, but there you go. Combat site. Alright, let's try this. So that got us to 74. I don't know. May not get it, but we're going to try. Yep, 63. Actually, 74 was better, so something's wrong here. Let's try this, see if we can get it. We're obviously not on top of it. 74. Let's try this. Now I think I'm on top of it. There you go. Alright. Overmind Nursery Grove. I don't even know what that means. Data site. Oh, data site. Duh. It said data site. Alright. Collect our probes. I'm going to go check out these wormholes.
Warp drive active.
See if one's a C729. That might be Kanaka. Whatever it's called. Kino's nice and easy to pronounce. I can't pronounce the other one. It is Keun Oka. Keun Oka. Let's try that. Keun Oka. So that's a R81. So nope. That's probably going to go someplace else. Let's actually go through it. Let's see. Always come back. I should have checked to see what the life expectancy. Beginning to decay. Probably won't last another day. So that means it's got at least probably 12 hours left. Oh, 73 kilometers. Why is it 73 kilometers? R081. I'm not sure why it did that. So let's go ahead. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Reload. Usually they don't take me that far. But what it might do is it may actually take me to the other side of the universe, which would be nice if I could. So I'm actually not negative to these guys anymore. So yeah, the Triggs actually shot me once in the past couple days, so that was kind of interesting. So, all right, so let's go ahead. Location, and let's go to this one.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, usually the only time it keeps me that far away is if there is somebody protecting it. So, so it actually shows I do have another active user. So whoever you are, appreciate you. Thanks for being here. So always good to have somebody watching. Hopefully you're not trying to stalk me, but if you are, good luck. Probably don't need luck, so. See where this one leads. So this is I have no idea. So this is a null space. So that's good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and enter the wormhole. Get back. That was oops. I didn't catch the name. I was going to type the name in there, but it really don't matter. So let's go to this other one.
Warp drive active.
So it's 82 kilometers. Yeah, so the bookmark is actually 80 kilometers away from the wormhole, which is kind of interesting. So they don't always equate to right on time. What is that? Yeah, we don't want to. We're gonna get out of here, so we don't want to mess with those guys. Or come on,
warp drive active.
Those are drone entities, which I could actually get some status for shooting them, but I have no guns on the ship. And actually, those might be low ones, so I might have been able to take those. Actually, I should have got the... I didn't even look at what the wormhole was. It's too panicked. So let's go back.
Warp drive active.
I think it's 70 kilometers away. They probably couldn't shoot me. But I do have some hammerheads, but I don't have any. This is just a frigate. But I think these are low ones, so I might be able to. I mean, they look like small ones. The base pressure taken from space, blah, 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 blah. Number of times includes, blah, blah, blah. But let's do, so that's a 162, so that's an exit one. So we're going to say wormhole 162. Okay, 162, 162. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and what's the show info? Unstable wormhole deep in space. It's beginning to decay, probably won't last another day. So it's probably got about 12 hours, but it's exiting somewhere else. So it could be, it won't be Kino, but it might be somebody else. So, but I'm wondering, it doesn't show me what size these are. And so I do have a ship that I can use to try and take these out, but I don't have it here. So, and where did we jump from? Let's go back here to the exit.
Warp drive active.
It was Vanillin, right? So it's probably, no, it's probably in unit. Yeah, which might only be one system away. I don't know. Vanillin, no, it's on the other side, so that's going to be further away. So yeah, so probably not. So, but good to know. So whoever my viewer was, they left. So sorry about that. Alright, so this is a 162. Let's say show info. Says it's reaching the end of its natural lifetime, so no guarantee on how long this one will last. But let's go ahead and go through. I think I've gone back and forth a couple times. Let's just see. Warp scramble. So those guys are trying to disrupt. So somebody's there fighting. Easy miner. So he's in a hauler, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to do approach. This is Vanillin, so I'm actually going to edit the location to say wormhole Kino 513 0456. Enter wormhole, yes. It's weird. I had one the other day that wouldn't let me through. I don't know, maybe it was my thing, but so that's Vanillin. Pretty sure if we check my stuff, we're gonna see no gate to gate route. We didn't get through that second one, did we? No. Ecal. Alphabetical. Number of jumps, right? Yeah, so these are all no gate to gate routes, so then they're just going to be alphabetical. Yeah, so there's where that is. So from Vanillin to that is probably going to be 7 or 8 jumps, and so I don't know that I'll be able to get back in time, so I'm right at the 2-hour mark. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dock. And then tomorrow I'll scan down the inside of this one. So I'll scan down the inside and start pulling all my stuff out. And once we get that done, and we'll go from there, and I'll be able to get everything out of Kino. So once I get everything out of Kino, I don't need to come back here again. So I got to decide if I want to try and get my corporate assets out of Kanagawa and figure out what's going on there. It's going to take quite a bit of work if I need to work up my status with Trig to 4.0. Probably fighting Endicom would be the way to do it.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
And so what I could do there is, if I had to, I could probably fight Endicom, and then that would raise my Trig status, but probably not very much. So yeah, kind of hard to say. So anyway, I'm going to actually call it a night. So actually, I'm probably going to look around here a little bit, just so I can see what I got here. Whoops, I don't want to look there. So yeah, so I've got a Hulk in here, Mackinac, Cormorant, Procurer, Coveter. These are all, 717 million worth of ships, it says in here. And then my IBIS. Let's go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to leave that because you never know. But yes, I'm going to end up getting all these guys out of here. I think if I bring them up here, and I say ship, it tells me what they're worth. So that one's worth, it says 687,000 there. I think, which makes sense. I think it was listed at 650. I bought it. I built it. So I built it a lot cheaper. The Hulk's worth 296 million. Sorry. Can't read. The Ice Mac's worth 304 million. So, and actually that's just another Hulk, I'm pretty sure, right? And that's a destroyer. It's only worth 800,000. That's a T2 destroyer, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. Mining barge here, which is kind of a lower level one. That's 150,000. And a stealth mining barge. So one of the things I didn't check, and we could actually do it, is I'm not sure. I hate to take these guys out, but stealth mining barge. What has he got? Let's see the fitting. Make active, get repair code, strip fitting. I don't want strip fitting. I want to see the fitting. Show info. That's what I want. There's our fitting. So it's got strip miners, shield hardener, no rigs, warp core stabilizer, small repair. So, but it doesn't have a cloak. So I'm not quite sure why it's called stealth miner, which it sure looks like it should have a cloak on it, but that's 60 million. This is 54 million. Those are both mining barges. So yeah, not something I really want to lose. This one, yeah, I don't want to steal the guy's stuff. He's clearing those guys out. So 296. Yeah, so now it's 304 because it's probably got different stuff. But I'm curious if there's any mining facilities here. Mining, excuse me. Special mining ones. Ugh. Let's go ahead and close. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I actually wanted that. Oh, let's go look at that. Let's see what we got here. So, mineral. So there's a mining site. That's a combat site. there's another mining site. There's a data site, which was one we scanned down. There's a combat site. So yeah, so this is a mining site. So let's go take a look at it.
Active.
Yeah, I think right now my trig status is 0.01 or something like that. So yeah, so to try and get it to 4.0 would be pretty difficult. Might be worth the 285 million, but then again, I might be able to make 285 million another way. Whose cargo container is this? Shows it's owned by somebody else. But there is a lot of Mercot here, which tensor must be mine, blah blah blah, gives us more fight. So not bad, but you know, not a big deal there. So I don't even have an afterburner on this darn thing, so which I should. Uh-oh. Frozen corpse, so somebody actually looks like they got destroyed here. So who's Rakshita? Frozen corpse, corpse male. That's not, yeah, I want to see Rakshita's frozen corpse. Well, I want to tell me. Just says frozen corpse. So that's interesting. I guess we could search for Rakshita. Social contacts. R-A-K. Cheetah. There's one character named Rakshita. And he belongs to, yep, the Cyber Club. So, yes, so Cybernux, 44 days. Hasn't been with them very long, but looks like he got killed earlier. So, I'm not sure what's in here, but let's see. Abyssal. Yeah, I don't think that's 16, so I need 2,000. I don't have the space, so no sense in me messing with it. So let's go ahead and check out the next one. So this one, warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Says it was worth 2 million, but yeah, I think in these kind of systems you really need to mine and then go back, mine and then go back. And I'd probably be better off doing those when I'm not streaming, because showing you guys is probably not going to help with that. So it looks like I'm up to 2 viewers again. So whoever you are, appreciate you being here. Thank you. So, and there is benzodiazepine. What's this one? I think I read this one. So that's what was in that thing. Tritanium, isogen, and megasite. So, but yeah, so there are these places where you can mine in these places, so which is kind of nice. Another reason to stay good on there. I wonder if while you're mining, if some rats come and you kill them, will that raise your standings? Probably not. But makes you wonder. So I'm going to go ahead and dock.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, that's one of those things that makes you wonder if maybe that would be possible. So I didn't see. The guy who said I was muted was Higstreams, so not sure if he's back. If he is, thanks again, Higstreams. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't see him in there.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So yeah, I'm gonna hang out. There is nothing in these containers. They're all empty. Now I can haul these out of here with my beast, or I believe my prorator actually has larger hauling capacity than my beast, which was kind of funny. So, and that one actually cloaks, so that would be nice. I would hate to lose that, so. But that's where that one is, so. And what else? I'm just going to check and see. So, going from, yeah, so there's 7 kills at the Sakenta gate tonight, so it's being camped. So, one of the things I had thought about was flying from Kawakana to this one so that I could see. Those drone sites are kind of nice to be able to pick off, but like I said, they didn't get me very much status, so I don't think it was worth it. So with that said, it's kind of one of those. So, but anyway, I'm going to call it a night. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will be streaming again tomorrow night. Like I said, I'll do at least a week Eve to see how it goes. If the viewership goes up, then we'll probably stick with it. So, but either way, I appreciate you guys watching. And like I said, if you have any suggestions, by all means, send them along. But always appreciate you guys being here. Special thanks to my lurkers. And I will talk to you later. Thanks again.